Good afternoon, everyone. As you all know, we are spending a good amount of our time and energy here in the Senate on. I think it's in everybody's interest to avoid a government shutdown at the end of September, which, as you all know, is when our fiscal year ends. And obviously, in order for that to happen, it's going to take some cooperation from Democrats. So I think the President is prepared to deal, to negotiate. He's proven that in the past. And obviously, we have bills on the floor right now, or a bill on the floor, which are trying to convert into bills, to make it a package of bills to consider to keep the appropriations process moving forward. And obviously, we are all very concerned on our side of the aisle in finding ways to make our country more fiscally sustainable and to find savings within the appropriations process and the other areas of government funding that fall under the mandatory side of the budget. But we very much want to see restraint in spending so that we can start dealing with the debt and the deficits. And I think the best way, at least right now, to do that is to have a normal appropriations process. And a number of my colleagues are on that committee and have been working aggressively to try and get bills ready for consideration on the floor. And I just hope now that we can get a path forward to do that. We have never seen in history anything like what the Democrats are now doing. As of this date, back in 2021, Joe Biden had gotten 46 nominees confirmed either by voice vote or unanimous consent. Donald Trump has zero, not a single one confirmed by voice or unanimous consent. And further, the Democrats are making it hard even on bipartisan nominees that sometimes will get 60 votes plus on the floor, one even up to 83 votes on the floor. So even the bipartisan noms are being blocked and delayed, so much so that the Democrats have been forcing me, when I file cloture just to get a nominee considered on the floor, to go in and out of executive and legislative session. So these are just dilatory tactics designed to block and obstruct the President and his agenda. And the sad reality is that there are a lot of these people who fill important positions in our government who need to be able to be confirmed to get there so they can do their jobs.
So with costs rising and chaos rising at an all-time high, what are the White House and Senate Republicans focused on? Unprecedented corruption, aided and abetted by Senate Republicans. Trump accepted a luxury plane from Qatar to use as Air Force One, with potentially hundreds of millions in taxpayer dollars to be spent on renovations. He turned the South Lawn of the White House into a Tesla dealership. His family is getting rich off schemes and selling access for profit. Trump's rampant self-stealing puts corruption front and center. I've never witnessed, and I think in American history, an administration that enriches themselves from their government actions. It's gross. And of course, that leads us to the Jeffrey Epstein cover-up. Trump promised he'd release the Epstein files while he was on the campaign trail, yet he has yet to do it. Speaker Johnson quite literally preferred to shut down Congress, sending everyone home on an Epstein recess to avoid the topic. Americans are right to be angry over the lack of transparency.
Here's the thing to understand about the Trump administration. These people have the wrong incentives and the wrong priorities. They will never admit a mistake, and they will always pick a fight. Every cabinet member is focused on social media and confrontation. Every failure is an opportunity to double down and lie about how you're actually making America great. They care more about getting a pat on the head from Donald Trump for a viral moment than about the chaos they are creating for regular people.
To rules changes. Senate Republicans are considering those, sir?